Sanam from Hair and Beauty Miracles, and I will share my story with you all a little later when we have more participants. Lakshmi, just keep me aware of that. And the agenda today is that my goal for today's meeting is to help you all manage and get the best quality of hair, the natural hair that you were kind of born with, and then things happened in the middle. So we want to get back to the natural without using any excessive products and treatments, etc. At the same time, we want to spend minimum time and expense, because some of my beginning clients, there was even a lady who was told that her hair issues, she would have to spend 2.5 lakhs, and just as she was wrapping her head around it, they told her that it was going to be 2.5 lakhs per year. So when she even thought of it, that she is 50 today, so even if she wants to look great up to 60s, that's 25 lakhs. So she really, that's when she backed off and started looking for other solutions. Otherwise, even someone with a salary of 30-40,000 stretches themselves anyhow, because hair is something. For example, we may repeat the same dress and all that. We concentrate so much about a new dress or things like that, but our hair is with us all the time, and we all know that quite a major bit of us is our personality is enhanced by our hair. So even if we are wearing the best clothes and good makeup and perfume and everything, but if we are having a bad hair day, it shows, and we cannot just avoid that. So I thought, and what I'm going to offer you is permanent solutions, not for the next 3 months or 4 months, or like a blow dry for this week, or for any of these treatments that nothing lasts beyond 4 months. So we are going to now, I'm going to ask Lakshmi, do you have my before and after pic with you?
Yours, yeah. One moment. I'll just.
Yeah. So Lakshmi is going to share my before after pic, and trust you me, girls, I'm not even sharing the worst pic. This was not, at that time I had not yet gone for the highlighting. So now I'm ready to share my story with you all. That is, you can see that I have a receding, my hairline was already receding quite badly in the front, and my hair was very limp. And in fact, the photo on the left is where I had gone for my passport pic, where we generally expect to look our best. And the photo on the right is in the morning at 8 o'clock. So what I love is that now when with the serums, etc., the natural health is so much that you get up with a morning feeling very fresh and about. And that's what I aim for all of you also. And can it be solved permanently? And how other people have solved this problem with the way that I am telling you, and what are the products, and how do we help you? So now on the screen we have the different type of issues which are generically I have noticed in these years, where we have treated more than 515 people who are ladies and men, who are living all over the world. In fact, some of them as far down as Alaska. And so even with that weather and everything, we are managing to get back new hair roots and best quality hair. So now today what we are going to do is now, so when you have seen this, can we zoom it a little bit, Lakshmi, if it's possible?
Yeah. Is it big enough? Bigger?
Yeah, if everybody can see it, I'm good. So when you all see the list here, so please do write down in the chat box that which of these problems you identify with personally. because then later I will get back to you all and be able to solve it one-to-one in a more detailed way. So once we have an idea of what topic interests you, and so we'll be in a good space. So which of the problems do you identify with? And we are going to see how we can get rid of it with the least amount of time and stress also. Because we all know that whenever we have hair issues, the amount of stress, and then we realize ourselves and we say also that the stress is making my hair fall more. So what I really aim for is that we should not even have to think about our hair. Nothing to even think about that my hair this and my hair that. It becomes as simple as our breathing and our digestion, which when it is in a healthy state, we have nothing to worry about. So that is what we aim for. So now, Lakshmi, can we please have the, so has any of you had, we are going to do the strand test now. Hello. So we are going to be doing the strand test. So if you run your hand through your hair, you might get a strand. And then we are going to check the hair strand on 3 parameters. So we want to check the elasticity first of all. So you just pull the hair to see how much elasticity it has. Then you have to see whether it is nice shining or it's dull. And then we want to see how strong is it. Because after my highlighting treatment, I could break each strand into at least 6-7 pieces. That was the length of my hair. So I could break it, actually I could break into as many pieces as I wanted. So we want to check on the 3 parameters, and please write down in the chat box, how do you find, like you can say elasticity, Y, shine, Y, strength, no. So just write Y or N for each of these 3. Just write you can write elasticity, you can write E and then Y or N, or you can write shine and strength. These glasses I have to wear for the eye surgery, so I have to maintain, I cannot continuously look at the screen. And if any of you all has gone for any kind of a treatment, that is straightening, Botox, keratin, PRP, any of these in the last time, maybe 1 or 2 years, please mention that in the box. And I must say, you all must congratulate yourself, because you have here today, that means you believe that whatever is available readily outside in the market is not the solution to the hair problems, and chemicals are damaging us more, and we need to look for other solutions. So today you're going to find the solution, so you can congratulate yourself that you are in. So now we are going to be seeing, so I hope you all have typed in already with the elasticity, shine and strength. So now are we able to see the video of the ladies who have gone for the treatment and experienced the benefits? Are we able to share that video, Lakshmi?
Yeah, the video is not playing. One moment.
Okay. So if any of y'all wants to say something in the meanwhile, you can unmute yourself until we get the video, and once we have the video, then we will watch that. as you could see in the video, that we have actually treated people of different ages, different hair types, and also resulting from different problems. So we can't say that it's only this type or that type. Okay, we had successful results with one particular type. So now we have put in, so you would say, okay, these all people have got these results. Now, how can I also get similar results? How is this good for me? So I would like to share with you that we have put in years of research to get the best ingredients together, understanding the property of each ingredient before adding it. That's why today when you have a wow onion oil, I shouldn't be taking names, but basically when we say onion oil, etc. Now onion is pure sulfur. And when we take only 2 or 3 ingredients and mix it with onions, it is going to be very harsh. And I have actually met a young girl who had beautiful waist length hair, but because she was putting onion hair, her hair was because of that, first it will become dry, then it will get split ends, and it was broken hair. So she had broken hair and it was very dull. Another thing what is going on now is that they are offering you as per your type of a body type, that is kapha, pitta and vata, right? Or mixed and this and that. So what is happening over there, believe you me, Ayurveda will never on a tree you won't find a guava or a mango or a banana or any vegetable that is growing separately on 2 separate trees for vata, kapha and pitta. So what does that tell us? That in nature it doesn't differentiate like that. This differentiation is brought in by the marketeers. The marketeers want to sell one set to each family member. If 2 people are having problem in the family or 3 people are having, they want to sell individual kits. And that is why the kit that we are giving anybody, even a 3-year-old child to a 85-year-old, any age can use it and get the same results. So it's not about, so don't fall for these things that, oh, this is my particular type and all. It doesn't need, because when we have got, another thing we notice is that there are shampoos or this, some will say tulsi, amla and coconut, or tulsi, amla, brahmi, or any 3 or 4 ingredients. Even people with the organic, they're selling like lavender, this, that, good for sleep. But we are not looking, when we buy a bottle, it lasts us, at least the kit we have lasts us for 6 months. So we can't one day address our sleep issue, one day address the frizziness, another day address the dandruff, or buy another kit for dandruff and another kit for better sleep and another kit for frizziness. So that means to say, the reason why these 42 ingredients are there, each of them has its particular purpose, and we are solving all these problems in a single kit. So now that we've seen, so let us now, could you please now we can share the form. So I would like to tell you that with us, so besides the kit, now what do we do? So we are also not only just selling bottles of or 3 bottles of something across the counter. What we do is can it be little clearer? Maybe zoom in or something. So yeah, so what we do with this form is we find out the background of a problem. One client very nicely was very happy with it. She said, yeah, I love the word turbocharging, because we are not only giving you something to apply. As I had explained last meeting also, we have to also consider the internal health of the body, because we cannot have a plant that is unhealthy and the fruits and flowers are perfectly healthy in the best of condition. It just doesn't happen, because the body will give first preference to things that we are happening normally, and we don't even have to worry about it, like our digestion, our blood circulation. All this is going on in the background, and we only think that it's about the hair and skin. No, the hair and skin is the first to spoil and the last to get repaired. So the first, everything, all the nutrition that you eat first has to go for other main body functions, and only when that is complete. So does that mean that we have to overeat and become fat? No, it is not like that. What we have to do is, when we are eating right, with the right minerals, right vitamins, and the right amount of water, this all things will add up and get used by the body. Now, I would really like to discuss something over here where many people go for PRP, etc., and all that, which really it doesn't cease to amuse me, because I have met people, they are going for PRP in the hair, in the face, separately. What is that? Injecting plasma, fresh blood into the face and the hair, etc., scalp and all, saying that now it is a fresh oxygenated blood and you will get better, follicles will be enriched and all that. But in our, if we are eating good food and we are walking, etc., so the blood is circulating, we don't have to concentrate. It's not our job to reach it by injections to our face separately and our hair. And come to think of it, there's a brain also up there that needs blood. So if we are injecting in our face and hair and not doing yoga inversions or some form of exercise where the blood is circulating well, soon we will need something for our brain. So that's why we cannot take it individually. We have to totally understand that this is a body which will function very properly, efficiently, if we do the right things. So we can't take any shortcuts with that. And we even, like, sleep is something that is very important for us, and we will realize that. And the best part is that when we fill up this form, etc., we come across the B12, the D3, and all that. So what does all that do? That is also getting you towards optimum health. Sometimes people overlook that. I have met office going crowd and all, they have overlooked this. Even when they go for example, for back issues, they think that back issue is their only problem. It's not like that. The whole body is connected. When your whole body is healthy, everything will work perfectly. So then you don't have to worry about your back separately, about your eyes separately, about your hair separately, everything. When you do those internally right things, then it will all come back to health normally. So we also look at deficiencies, and if someone is having PCODs or thyroid, etc., these type of, or diabetes or high blood pressure, so for that, we recommend you. And if wherever I'm fully aware and I'm connected with Ayurveds, etc., I guide you that it is possible to cure these problems without allopathy medicine. And so then I guide you. Then it is your choice how you want to go about it. Then we also guide you towards I have met people who are coloring their hair every 15 days. So obviously, because they have actually 3-4 problems. One side, the hair is frizzing up. Secondly, the hairline is getting more and more vacant, so more the scalp is showing, and then the reduced hair that is there is becoming gray. So that time the urgency for coloring is too much, because even in 15 days, I've met people every 15 days. So rather than working on getting new growth and creating health of the hair, we go on coloring and putting more and more chemicals, which is again will make our hair weaker and drier and frizzier and fall more. So it will get us nowhere, totally nowhere we'll get with that thing. Then we guide you towards the correct shampoo and conditioner, which we have paraben and sulfate free. And plus, it is really amazing, but the 100 ml bottle of shampoo that we use, we ask you to dilute it 1:4 of drinking water. So what happens is that you are using minuscule amounts of shampoo and actually using the shampoo only in your scalp, and the little bit of lather that comes down to the hair, that is enough for washing the hair. And conditioner, we have a system where we are doing conditioner first. All life, even myself, up to last you can say 2 years, up to last 2 years, even I was doing 2 shampoos and 1 conditioner. But now we all are doing 2 conditioners and 1 shampoo, which is sandwiching the shampoo between the conditioner. So that also we share with you. Then I have met, for example, a Sikhni girl. She was about 12, 13-year-old, and she had wonderful hair length up, past her waist, but she was not getting any glory out of it because it was full of dandruff. And plus, because she was washing her hair once a week, her mom said that she gets time from school only once a week, which then we have found time and made it in such a way that at least once more she can wash it in the week, because once a week is never going to be sufficient, because when the sebums and all which have been secreted in the scalp, if we do not get rid of it and wash it in time, we will notice ourselves also when we wash our hair. Suppose we were to wash it on the third day, fourth day, if we skip it by 2 days also, one day also, our hair falls more in that hair wash, because the hair follicle has become weaker. So similarly, when we get a blow dry done, we say let's get the full benefit of this blow dry. I'm not going to wash my hair for a whole week or 6 days because I've got something else coming up and my hair is looking perfectly fine. Don't go by the look. I know dirty hair looks better, but washing it is very important. What we recommend is 5 times in 2 weeks, not twice a week. That's a little short of perfect. And so we do that. And then of course we identify your hair type, which is oily, dry, frizzy, normal, colored, highlighted, and one person may have more type of hair than this. And plus there is a type which is oily scalp and dry hair. So we have to identify that and then treat it accordingly, but which is not rocket science at all. Your procedure changes, your products don't change. We are not going to sell you more and more products saying that, oh, for this particular problem you need to buy one more product. It's the same product that everyone is using the same kit, because once the 42 beautiful ingredients are in there, they are enough for everyone's problems. At least in the 515 people that we have met, the same kit has worked wonders. And except for alopecia, we have a separate serum. So then once these problems are looked at, we're quite in a good space. And then I would like to share also about Balayam. So many of us have heard of Balayam.
Zoom on hair.
To get my screen, not able to do that. Okay, it doesn't matter. So now for the Balayam, what I would like to say is that, let me get a pen to show you all. So many of us know that reflexology, which we have seen Ramdev Baba and all, they are doing this Balayam. It does work to activate the follicles on our scalp. But what happens is that many people, they do it like this, and you can hear the nails, right? So that's fine. We hear the nails because there is a particular rounding and they come forward. So we hear the nails. But the point that we are trying to massage and activate is just below the cuticle. At the cuticle, just below the nail bed. This, I don't know if I don't have a pen very close by, or it's not coloring on my skin. But I think, can you all see it? This portion, just here. This is what needs to be activated. So when we curl up our fingers a little bit like this, and that is what we move. So you will still hear the nails, but the massage is to this point. So I think that is quite clear. So, and we take pictures of each person and we keep on record. That is the top of the hair, both sides, left and right, the back, and if any particular problem area, then we focus on that to understand and to keep a track of how it's getting better. So in the video that you saw earlier, you did see that many people had balding spots area, and or some people had wider partings, and some people have very frizzy hair, very dry, and within one use also. In fact, a lady who just started about a week back already gave me a review that she's already happy happy with the way her hair is behaving, because even in one use of the serum, in fact, when you apply it, within 2 minutes, you feel your hair is different because it starts drinking up the moisture. Immediately, it looks relaxed and the head feels very relaxed. So now you could please. So we have seen the slide already, the form. Now, Lakshmi, can we please share the little slide with the 3 products so we can show them what the products are? So as you can see that each of those products have their benefits, and I have given over there the features and benefits of each of the products. And again, we also guide you about if there's hard water in your area, then besides to probably soften it with alum and all, but more than that, I always recommend that wherever anybody is living, they're surely using some different water for drinking. So if it is possible, I request the whole hair wash to be with drinking water. And if it's not possible, then at least the last rinses, at least 3 or 4 mugs of drinking water should help a little bit. My cousin in Surat, initially there was a lot of, her hair was pretty badly damaged because of the hard water. So she worked her way around it. And second thing, what was happening is that many people, what they do when we go for hair color, so that I also guide you towards which hair color brand to use, which is the least damaging, and how to space out the coloring so that you're not coloring all the time. Because first of all, even when the volume of your hair is better, then quite a bit of the gray gets hidden. So you don't really need to color that often. And gray is not a bad thing if it's there, because what we also need is we need hair to be there. If it's not there and we're just going on coloring the few strands, that doesn't really. And what I'm talking about is that even when, like, my mom is 83 now, and still, and believe you me, we still want our hair to be and skin to be just perfect even at that age, even more so, because we have a lot of time to socialize, and we have more time, even more time than now, to even look in the mirror. And we need to, so if we want to maintain and we want to understand a program which is right till the end, so no parlor, no clinic, nobody is going to tell you that this, they always, they give it with a caveat. They say, okay, long term results 4 months keratin is, for example, or they'll tell you this is the new type, this is aqua smoothing, this is this. They keep changing the name. It started with some Japanese, I forget the name, for straightening, and in various names. Time to time they keep changing the name just to, it's a new net to put new people in. But or even the same people put in another net, because they won't, because by that time the bad news about that particular treatment has already been spread. So they have to give it a new name so that it's you don't recognize it this time. And they will tell you, nahi wo alag tha, ab ye acha hai. After 3 years or 2.5 years, they'll tell you ye galat tha, wo acha hai. So that goes on, there is no end to it. And then also we guide you about which vitamins to take. We give you 2 options. One is Perfectil, because this is tried and tested. Let me see if you can see this. This is a allopathy version, and it's got a lot of ingredients, a whole lot of ingredients, quite complete, which will improve your other generic health also, not only hair. It's skin, hair, nails, but automatically everything else also. As I told you, skin, hair, nails get everything last. Those are the kind of the dead skin cells in our body, the hair and the nails. So they are given last priority. So first your health will improve. So that is the beauty about our treatment, is that you tend to if you eat right the way we are guiding, you will lose weight. Your skin will glow. Your so you'll be slimmer. You will be drinking more water. We just advise you, and that is what will get you. And once you have done the right things, you won't want to revert back. I don't have a single client who went for any chemical treatment after using these serums. They'll never go back to chemical treatments because they have experienced the joy and the health that comes with using these. The other one we have is an Ayurvedic this thing, and probably you guys can read the names. I don't know. I'm not able to read it. So I've shown you. This is the Ayurvedic among the other products. This is really a good one. It's called Kesh Kant. On personal call, I can share all this with you anytime. Go to the website. So under hair care tips, you'll be able to see. Like we had a client who he's a swimming coach. So for him, it was really something to get his hair back, and he got it within about 30 days. So so with that, so there are so many things that could be damaging, and so we don't want to. So when we have a personal call, I weed out all the things that could be damaging your hair, so that you don't end up taking 2 steps forward and 2 backward, or maybe sometimes 3 backward. And I always recommend you that once you have, thank you, Lakshmi. She has shared the link in the chat box. You all can copy it. But otherwise, just go to the website and just complete look at the hair care. There are about 7 sections. It will guide you all the way for everything, even generically you will know. So I was talking about the comb and the brush. So a comb is totally not recommended for a girl or any person, even girl or boy, sorry, because the brush is what takes the natural oils and brushes it down into the strands. That is, the people who are using comb will mostly experience oily scalp and dry hair. That is one reason for continuing for it to stay like that, because the oil, which natural oil, which we are supposed to brush out and nourish our hair, that gets remained in the scalp, and then comes the dandruff. And then many a time when people are younger, etc. and all, and sometimes people have it in their middle age also, then that dandruff falls on their forehead, etc. and then they get pimples. And then what they do is they go to skin doctors and go and take medicines to dry up the pimples. But instead what happens then is that they get dry lips. How does a tablet know that it has to dry the extra oil only from the cheek or the forehead? So then you will see mostly people who are taking such medications, their lips become chapped and dry. So we see that on the root of chemicals, there are so many side effects that we don't even know. Like I told you that for the PRP, that we are injecting blood in our face and hair, but the brain is got remain weak. Because actually they will then, and your body will also become weaker with that, because then they'll tell you, don't go in the sun for this many days, because obviously if you poke your skin, there is if dust gets into it, you might get a wound. So then they'll tell you, avoid the sun, etc. And we are sun beings. We should not be avoiding sun at all, especially every day in the morning. We should get some sunlight, because then we will not suffer from D3 deficiencies. So it's all interconnected. Once you are on the track of health, it's all interconnected. We don't have to specially do something new. And so so as I explained to you, that you will be all the way healthier, and we've seen the application also. So now, did you all type in whether you all have 3 minutes twice a week? Please type in the chat box if you all do have that, and later we will be opening the floor for question answers. So do type in that yes, I do have. Okay. Now today I am, as a special thank you, I have kept a special offer today just for the people who are going to book today within the next 24 hours. That is by 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And the idea is that because we haven't kept huge margins. I don't know if many of you all know, but I'm actually a jewelry designer. But because I get, so here is where I can share my story with you all. We have you all here. So what happened with me is that the time I suffered was when I had my third highlighting. So the first highlighting was, in fact, I went to a cousin's house, and she was getting her hair highlighted and other waxing, etc. And I like this girl and the way she had highlighted the hair. So I thought, okay, let me also get my hair highlighted. And that was the first time. And we all love all those colors and all, and the way the look that it gives of highlight. So I had my hair highlighted. And so what happened, that was the first time. So my hair didn't damage that much. And in fact, she didn't even charge me much, probably 1,000 or 1,200. And then but then I was not happy with, I found it too bleached and I found it very light, and I felt I was looking older because of that. This was about 8 years back. So the next, about 3 days later, my sister-in-law, who's a professional, she has done a professional beautician course. She doesn't practice, but she has done it. So I bought two boxes of streaks, which is like 150 each box. And I told her that can we darken it and all that. So she did a very professional job with silver foils, this, that. And I loved my hair. So that year and a half too, it went, I just loved my hair because it used to gleam in the sun and the colors and everything. And the quality did not spoil because it was it was my first such treatment. So then the third time when I went, in fact, when I went to a professional parlor, a very reputed one, and I paid 4,000 rupees. And I went. So I thought, wow, now my hair is going to be even prettier than last time because I have gone to a professional. But what happens there is that after one or two washes, and already, I don't know when, but slowly I started seeing my hair was frizzing up, very dry. And there was a peak over here. This had started emptying out the front. There was a big fat V over here. And I would try to share the hair while combing it. I would say, oh, this is looking empty, borrow from here, borrow from there, but still there would be a gap here or there or there. I could just transfer the gap, but never get rid of it. And the worst part was when my hair started falling out, and not one or two. It was like 5 or 6, a bunch of 5 or 6 hair, and it would come out with some scalp on it, some soft. So basically my scalp had pretty much got infected and cooked up, I would call. And when I would touch it, and then when I would look at my finger, I would find a spot of blood. So basically my scalp was bleeding as it had become weak. The hair follicles had become weak. The scalp was not holding the hair, so they were falling out in bunches. And when I would touch it, there would be blood on my scalp. So obviously I called the lady, and she washed her hands totally out of me, and she said that no, it can't be, and this and that. And basically I was left on my own. So then, and I think God wanted me to be doing what I'm doing today, because someone from Goa gifted me 10 liters of coconut oil. I was like, what am I going to do with 10 liters of coconut oil? You know? And so I decided to, then I looked up, I had done a beautician course from Shailaja Abhyankar long back. And then I made some concoction, and I thought it was pretty much okay. It was improving my hair a little bit, but I didn't have those benefits. And once in a while, my hair would become dry, and sometimes, so it depends on the natural, as I told you. The natural ingredients also each have their own properties. So just like you would say that, so maybe amla is good, methi is good, but amla powder can be very drying if you put it in your mehndi, right? So there is a very important balance to be maintained in all these ingredients, which I think none of us has the time to do it on a personal basis every time, to go looking for different ingredients. When we need 1 teaspoon, we will end up buying a whole 100 grams, 50 grams, maybe sometime 250 grams. So it is a very expensive, time consuming. More than anything, we all have our professions and other work to be doing, so we should, so that's why I have made taking care of your hair and skin should be a few minutes. Nothing major to be mixing potions and in the kitchen and going wrong and then wondering where we went wrong. None of that. So, Lakshmi, can we roll out the offer? Or should we first take up the question answers? I'll go to the chat box and see any question answers. Please, can someone read them out to
take
me?
the questions. Meanwhile, I'll just cue the offer video.
Yeah. So, where is the chat window? So, I see someone has asked about skin. So now for that, we can take it up after this, or we can take it up next week. So you guys can just type in into the chat box whether you have 15 minutes for skin. If you'd like to know about how to improve the complexion, because also on our website you will see before after. We had a marathon runner who came to me, and we did just one sitting, one facial after 15 minutes, and her face totally changed so drastically. Great. So her face changed so drastically with that. So similarly, just the way as we go into detail of hair, for face also, we will tell you what to use for suntan, which moisturizer to use, how to clean, which is the best product, and all these products are never in thousands and all. And just as we go to the mall and the sales girl, they catch us, buy that, none of that. These all products are within 2 to 400, and they last for at least 6 months to 8 months, those products. So it is not an expensive procedure at all. And the Instaglow, every use just cost us about 20 rupees per facial. This is, I'm saying, at the maximum. So when I say to use quarter teaspoon of the product, I mean quarter teaspoon, because that is all that is needed to maintain a wonderful skin. Like even throughout this whole lockdown, I have never worried about that facial, the parlors are closed or this or that, because I know that it is in my reach with 20 rupees and 11 minutes. So the offer is very clear to everybody. You all can take a screenshot if you all like. Do send me. It's very much easy for me if you contact me on WhatsApp, and I definitely respond the fastest on WhatsApp, and then I can call you back. If you're, I'm here to tell you as much as you need to know, as much clarity, because we are all about getting the best results for you and with a minimum time and expense. So maybe what we can do, if all of you all have already taken a screenshot, Lakshmi, can you share the Instaglow video, please? Thank you, Lakshmi, so much. You have been like indispensable, and I can see Sagar is doing great with the recording also. I really appreciate the support. Marathon runner is on the extreme left top. This is also one use. This is the marathon runner in a clearer picture. This lady is 60 plus. She's really happy. Her review is on Google. These are some of the comments we've been getting, and on the website we have a load of reviews. like around 70s, and this is the change she has experienced. This is a lady who anyway got great skin. This one is in London. She is a performer. Steady. And now this is to show that even at the Taiwanese, Spanish, Taiwanese, everybody has used these products and they are all happy. So any type of skin, any skin, young, old, any nationality. This is a German lady. They've shown it on her hands. And this is the Indulgio 9X, which is a night serum. So now all these things are available on YouTube. So all these are available on YouTube. All these videos that we have shown you today are available on YouTube. So you can see it at leisure. You can take screenshots, or you can just pick up the call and phone and just call me. And so from my side, that's all. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Lakshmi, are there any questions in the chat box?
I believe Lina was saying about her skin, so she wanted to know whether you'd be topic now or would you be taking a private consultation?
She wants to talk now. We can talk, and then privately also I will be talking to her, but she can definitely share if something she wants to share.
Right. I guess she's online, so she can. You can either talk or you can speak. I guess either way it goes.
Thanks, Lakshmi. I think probably we can speak in private.
Okay, we'll do that.
I'll be comfortable that way.
And by the way, even though we are coming out with our book now, which will guide you more and more towards great hair and give you a full understanding of our hair and make it the crowning glory that it is supposed to be. It is not supposed to give us stress. It is always meant to be our crowning glory, and that is where we want, how we want it to be. And we never reveal names and identity of anybody, even when they are coming to us. And whenever we take the pictures also, we make sure that we take the profile in such a way that it doesn't reveal the identity of the person, because we understand that. And since you all can connect with me, and so I have told you all that if you all are booking your kit, your 21 days new hair root kits, which it doesn't mean it lasts 21 days. In 21 days you start seeing new hair roots on your hair. The texture of your hair improves with the first application, even before you have washed it. So that is the thing. And so then this time, so when you will book by tomorrow 5 o'clock, you get Instaglow, which gives you 20 facials, which last you for close to for around 2 months, because you don't need to Instaglow more than once in 3 days. That is in the beginning. Later, even once a week is enough. Once your skin, the dead skin cells have been removed, pores are closed, your skin is brighter, lighter, and you are putting the correct ingredient, because so many, even suntan lotions and all, some are very heavy, they give you the white chalky look. So you are blocking your pores. The one I recommend is very light. So in each brand, for example, there's a Biotic, there's a VLCC and all that, but in each brand, which is the better product? Because not all the products in one brand are the best. You have to pick up and pick and choose. So I had learned this from my teacher, who in fact it does Bollywood makeup. She helps people in Bollywood. So this is what, so we have been able to help people like from various walks of life, whether they are pilots, BPO people, engineers. In fact, there's a Miss World, I won't reveal her name. Yeah, so there's a Miss World, and all of them are loving the product. And now we have a whole lot of, like Lakshmi also belongs to, she's an army wife, but in her own right also, she is a major achiever, but I don't know how to say her credentials. Like I don't know if she wants me to reveal that, but she herself is a very creative person and from advertising field. So even in fact, other day someone told me that I'm in the advertising field and I go to work and I don't want to worry about my hair. So now she's the one who I told you all that in 10 days already she is happy with the results of what she has started using. And so that's it. So now this is I'm going to in a minute. So this is Sanam Mirpuri signing out. Until we meet again, I look forward to such meetings. Thank you very much.